We are here today with His Excellency Patrick Francis, the Ambassador of Ireland for Indonesia. Mr. Ambassador, we're going to ask you a couple of questions, especially regarding what is going on right now in Europe. Like we know that Eastern Europe is embroiled right now in lots of conflict, and every member of the European Union is on the crosshair right now and at the center stage of everything that is going on in the world right now. And we're going to ask you a series of questions on what Ireland has role in amidst all of this. So first question would be, in the post-Brexit era, how does Ireland within the European Union framework contribute to shaping the global political landscape and advocating for its values and interests?
So I think its membership of the European Union has always been very important for Ireland ever since we joined in 1973. It is our very strong experience that for countries like Ireland, a strong multilateral order is very important. Ireland is a small country, but we find that working together with our colleagues and our partners in the European Union, it greatly increases our strength and our ability to influence world affairs. It is indeed a time of great turmoil in Europe. Ever since Russia's unjustified invasion of Ukraine, we have had many negative effects, both, of course, the tragedy and the brutality that has been visited upon the people of Ukraine, but also huge movements of refugees from Ukraine within Europe since then, and all the economic dislocation and disruption that has followed from the war. And for example, there has been a large rise in food prices, which has been felt in countries as far away from the actual war as Indonesia. So as a single country, Ireland has limited capacity to address this, but working together with our partners in the European Union, we found that the European Union is large enough and strong enough to play an important role in improving the situation in Ukraine and in the world as a whole.
And following Ireland's successful term on the UN Security Council in 2021 to 2022, what are some key takeaways and experiences that Ireland carries forward in its approach to European peace and security?
I think the important thing that we have taken from our time on the Security Council is that now, at this point in history, the value of multilateral cooperation is greater than ever. There are huge challenges that the world faces, and there is no country that is big enough or strong enough to address them on their own. When we look at global challenges like climate change, but also humanitarian challenges, wars, refugees, hunger, these are things that no one person can address on their own. So what we have taken from our time in the Security Council is a renewed belief in the ability of multilateral organizations, including the European Union and the United Nations, to really make a positive change in the world.
How has the relationship between Ireland and the United Kingdom evolved in the aftermath of Brexit?
So Brexit did create problems for Ireland. It was certainly a big challenge for our system, and I think it certainly caused disruption in our relations with the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is our closest neighbour and is a very valued partner, and it was important for us to find a solution to the various problems raised by Brexit that would work for Ireland, but it would also work for the United Kingdom. And I'm very happy to say that after some turbulent years and after some very intensive negotiation, we now have a system that I think is working for Ireland and the United Kingdom. We very much regret the fact that the United Kingdom left the European Union. We think the United Kingdom was good for the European Union and the European Union was good for the United Kingdom. But we respect the decision taken by the people of the United Kingdom, and going forward we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our relations continue to improve after what I hope will be just a temporary difficulty.
What are the initial challenges faced by Ireland following the UK's decision to leave the European Union, and what lessons have been learned from this experience?
I think the initial challenges were around disruption to trade and disruption to movement in general, and the particular issue around Northern Ireland being part of the United Kingdom but also having an open border with Ireland created difficulties because of our need to strengthen and maintain the single market in the European Union. But I'm glad that now, as a result of intensive negotiations between the United Kingdom and the European Union, we have a system that works where Northern Ireland gets the benefits of the single market, but also remains part of the United Kingdom trading area.
A recent statement by Republican Prime Minister Michelle O'Neill suggested that a referendum to unite Ireland and Northern Ireland is not decades away. What is your perspective on this possibility?
I certainly think it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Constitutionally speaking, and under the Good Friday Agreement, it would require a referendum in Northern Ireland, and that referendum would be called by the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland if they thought there was a possibility that there would be, or a strong possibility, that there would be a vote in favour of unification. At the moment, polling doesn't suggest we're at that point, and I certainly don't see that referendum taking place anytime soon. But regardless, our position is that any solution, any change has to come with the full consent of the people of Northern Ireland. So the principle of consent is very important to us.